Alright, buckle up folks, because we're diving headfirst into the wild world of DLSS 4, and let me tell you, things are about to get spicy. Forget your boring tech reviews, because we're about to unravel the mystery behind the supposed frame rate miracle, and trust me, it's not as simple as they want you to think. Is it a game changer, or just a cleverly disguised way to sell more hardware? Let's find out, shall we? So, DLSS, we all know the drill. It's like that friend who claims they can draw, but really just traces, right? Except instead of tracing, it's AI-powered upscaling magic. We started with DLSS 1.0 way back when, and it was like, okay, cool, more FPS, I guess. Then came version 2, 3, a few tweaks here and there, but now we're on to something, well, bigger. Basically, DLSS renders your game at a lower resolution, then uses some fancy AI to stretch it back up to your monitor's native resolution. Think of it like trying to make a small picture fill a big frame. Normally, it'd be blurry, right? But DLSS is like having a tiny magical artist in your graphics card, making sure the details are all there. Okay, cool, we get it. But where does DLSS 4 come in? Enter frame generation, the wild card in the deck. DLSS already boosted our frames, but frame generation said, hold my beer. It straight up creates new frames out of thin air. It's like your graphics card is a magician, pulling rabbits out of a hat. So now we have a bunch of those frames, like a frame buffet. It's all smooth, buttery gameplay. But is it real? And that brings us to DLSS 4, and its multi-frame generation, where the magic act just gets turned up to 11. Now, not only are they creating one frame, they're creating 3 extra frames out of nothing. That's 4 frames for the price of 1. It's like the graphics card became the god of FPS. You know, instead of being a card, it decided to be an octopus. Now imagine your game runs at 30 FPS, a little sluggish. DLSS goes to work and makes it higher. Then add multi-frame generation, and bam! Suddenly, you're over 100 FPS, maybe even higher. And now you're thinking, wow, this is incredible. But hold on a minute, because the devil's in the details. You see, all those new frames are just predictions, educated guesses, not actually rendered the way the original frame was. It's like watching a magician do a card trick. It looks impressive, but it's all an illusion. It's predictive, like your grandma predicting what will happen on the next episode of her favorite soap opera. This can cause problems, especially in fast-paced games where split-second reactions matter. It's kinda like when you're trying to catch a ball, and someone throws 3 balls at the same time, but not exactly in that order. So yeah, it's not always perfect. But this isn't the real issue. The biggest problem with DLSS 4 and multi-frame generation is that it could potentially make game developers lazy. If they know they can just use DLSS magic to make their games run smoothly, why bother optimizing them properly, right? So games get bigger, but they don't actually get any faster. It's a bit like eating junk food. It tastes good, but it's not good for you. And let's talk about these comparisons. So, NVIDIA is comparing the RTX 5070 with multi-frame generation enabled to the RTX 4090, which does not have the multi-frame generation on the other hand. They're comparing apples and oranges. One of those has the AI frame generation advantage, and the other does not. It's like, hey, this kid in kindergarten can run faster than a teenager with a jetpack. You see, what we really need is a fair comparison between the raw performance of those graphics cards, just like normal. We want to see, like for like. Then you can add the new frame generation technology and see the real-world gain, so that people know if they need it. It's all very confusing if you don't know the difference. Look, don't get me wrong, DLSS 4 and multi-frame generation are good. It allows some people to actually play games at the frame rates they were always dreaming about. But we need to be aware of the potential downsides. It's like a relationship. There are good times and bad times, right? So, should you be hyped? Definitely. But also, stay critical and look closer at what's really going on under the hood. So what do you think about DLSS 4? Let me know in the comments below. We can discuss more, and we can try to find out more about this technology.
And yes, you have is a close look at DLSS for a technology that blurs the line between innovation in illusion as well venture further into AI driver gaming. It's clear that AWS work unlocking incredible possible while raising questions about the future of optimization for comparison, whether it's a step forward or just a clear walk around. One thing for sure, the conversation is from over. Keep thinking, keep questioning, and let the game continue. If you enjoy this video, please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell to the later update from my channel. Thank you for watching till the end, and see you in the next video.